Wool base layers are probably the best option money can buy. Wool is an amazing fabric that suits the outdoor explorer because of its many natural properties. It's odor resistant, moisture wicking, warm, and has comfort next to skin second to none. But the problem with wool is that it can be hard to make it last. A single wool garment can easily cost over $100, so it's very important to make your wool last as long as possible. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 tips to make sure you get the most out of your wool base layers. Tip number 1, don't wash your wool unless necessary. Not only does unnecessary laundering wear your wool out faster, it's also wasteful and bad for the environment. The agitation in the washer and dryer break down a little bit of your clothes each time. Don't believe me? Look in your lint trap. All that was your wool clothing. Wool is naturally resistant to odors and bacteria, so next time you get home from a trip and only wore a layer a few times, give it a sniff test. Does it smell or look dirty? No? Well, then put it back in the drawer. Tip number 2, hand wash your wool versus machine wash. This is especially true for thin 150 weight wool layers and old-fashioned style agitation washing machines. Putting your layer in a machine like this, you're just asking for it to get ripped. Instead, hand wash your wool in a bucket or sink. Simply fill up your basin with warm water, add detergent, and then add your wool layers. Make sure you use cool or warm water and never hot, as this can shrink some wool fabrics. Agitate, wait 5 minutes, agitate again, then rinse with cool water until the water rinse is clear. 2 to 3 times usually does the trick. A side note to this is that newer front and top loading machines without the center agitator are probably okay. I will say that I've noticed that with really dirty socks that hand washing them definitely gets them cleaner than running them through the machine. Tip number 3, use the right detergent. Wool is a natural fiber made of sheep's fur and is made of a protein called keratin, just like human hair. Regular detergents are not only very alkaline, which breaks down the keratin, but they're also loaded with enzymes like the protease enzyme, which target the keratin protein in the wool and break it down faster. Instead, use a detergent made specifically for wool, like Woolite or Nick Wax Wool Wash. These detergents are free from almost all enzyme packages that are in most regular detergents. Side note for thru hikers who are on trail and might not have access to a special detergent, using regular hair shampoo can work in a pinch, although it might not clean the layer as well as a real wool detergent. And the last tip, number 4, towel dry your layers versus machine dry. The agitation of the wool clothing against itself over the course of the drying cycle breaks the fabric down. Also, the high heat can potentially, again, shrink the wool fabric. My technique is to do this. After washing, gently wring as much water out of the garments as you can. Then, grab a clean, dried bath towel and spread the clothes out evenly over the towel. Roll the towel up like a burrito and try to squeeze as much water out of them as possible. In 15 minutes or so, the dry towel should have taken on as much water as it can. Unroll the towel, or even better, grab another dry towel and spread the clothes out just like before and let it air dry. In 12 to 24 hours, all your clothing should be completely dry. Thick layers might benefit from being flipped on the towel halfway through drying. And there you have it, 4 easy tips to keep your wool base layers lasting as long as possible. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want more content like this. Keep up the good hike, Mad Max out.